We spoke earlier on about the fact your body's constantly making heat, and it's losing that heat through radiation and also through conduction. But there is also another way in which it's losing it, and I wanted to show you that in our freezer van. So if we go to our freezer van just there we go, and in the freezer van we have Millie. Hi Millie, can you hear me? Excellent, she can. And you can see Millie's looking pretty warm and comfortable, is that right?
Yep.
Excellent. So let's see who isn't warm and comfortable. Can we pan across there? There's Mac. Now, I promise you Mac is slightly more decent than he looks there. There we are, they're just proving it. And Mac is looking a great deal less comfortable. Now the reason for that is Mac is cooling because he's losing heat in a different way. We lose heat through conduction and through radiation, but we also lose heat through mass movement of air, and that's called convection. So as he's standing there, his warm skin is warming the air around him, and that's rising, moving away from him, drawing heat with it, and cold air is replacing it. And that can cool him quite quickly. Now, how quickly he cools is dependent on how much surface area he's exposing. Well, we let him put at least some clothes on, but we reckon the amount of skin he's exposing is roughly this much. So there we are. There's Mac's skin. But it also depends a little on how fast the air is moving around him. And we can do something about that. Okay, let's switch some fans on. Can we see the fans as well? There we go. So, Millie, how are you feeling? Pretty comfortable?
Yes, I'm actually fine.
Mac, how are you doing there?
Not so good.
Not so good. Okay. Well, we can let the fans stop there just for a moment, because what we've just done there is put a wind speed around 15 kilometers an hour on Mac. And what that's done is move that air quickly away from him, allowing the heat to be drawn away much, much faster. And that drops his sensation of temperature very much. So in fact, he was standing there at sort of minus 14 degrees. By putting that sort of wind speed on him, it's dropped his temperature that he feels to about minus 35. Now, if we think about poor old Jamie stuck on his mountainside, Jamie was facing temperatures of minus 25 or so, but wind speeds of 135 kilometers an hour. So in reality, he was losing heat as if he was standing there in a temperature of minus 85 degrees. So that's an enormous amount to face. Now, it isn't just Mac, though, that's losing heat through convection. He's losing it quite fast by the look of him. If we look at Millie's breath there, now, you can all see Millie's breath there, and if you all do the same thing to your own hands, you can feel that your breath is hot. You're losing a lot of heat through your airways and through your lungs. Now, again, the amount of heat you lose will depend on the airflow, which in your case, sitting here, is roughly 5 litres a minute of breathing, and the surface area that your lungs have got and your airways. And you might be a little surprised at how big that surface area actually is, because it's a lot more than the skin. Now, who would think, we've got some cloth here, who thinks we can cover the entire column here to represent the area of the lungs? Hands up? Okay. Anyone reckon we can go a bit further? Do you want to see? Go on then, let's see how far we've got. This is the area of human lung from one person. There you are, you might want to pass it back. There we go, can I pass that to you? There you go. Now that's where it stops, folks, and it's covering up our cameras, but that is still pretty impressive. That area there is one pair of adult lungs. It's about 80 square meters. That's the area of a badminton court, and that's inside your chest right now if we were to iron out all those little air sacs.